Hey everyone. You know that feeling when you've had a really rough day and all you want to do is grab that entire tub of ice cream from the freezer? Or maybe spend hours scrolling through social media even though you know you should be sleeping? Well, today we're going to talk about something that affects every single one of us. Why we sometimes choose ways of dealing with stress that we know aren't good for us. Let me tell you about my friend Alex. Last year, Alex had a big math test coming up. He was super nervous about it. Instead of studying, you know what he did? He spent 5 hours playing video games. When I asked him why, he said, "I know I should be studying, but gaming helps me forget about how scared I am." This is what we call a coping mechanism. It's like a tool our brain uses to deal with tough situations. Some coping mechanisms are healthy, like taking a walk when you're angry, or talking to a friend when you're sad. But others, not so much. So, why do we sometimes pick the not-so-good ones? Well, imagine you're being chased by a bear. Would you stop to think about the best escape route, or would you just run? Our brains often work the same way when we're stressed or upset. We go for what feels good right now, not what's best for us later. Let's do a quick exercise together. Think about the last time you felt really stressed. Maybe you played on your phone for hours instead of doing homework, ate lots of junk food when you weren't even hungry, said mean things to someone you care about, or bit your nails until they hurt. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. Here's the really interesting part. Our brains are like tiny scientists, always taking notes. When we do something that makes us feel better quickly, even if it's not healthy, our brain remembers it. It's like your brain is saying, "Hey, that worked. Let's do it again next time." Let me give you another example. Jenny, a student in my neighborhood, gets nervous about making new friends. Whenever there's a school event, she pretends to be sick to stay home. Does it solve her problem? No. Does it make her feel better for a little while? Yes. And that's exactly why we keep going back to these unhealthy choices. But here's the good news. Understanding why we do this is the first step to making better choices. It's like having a superpower. Once you know why your brain picks these shortcuts, you can start training it to pick better ones. Here are some things that help. Notice your triggers. What situations make you want to cope in unhealthy ways? Have a healthy choices menu ready, like calling a friend, doing jumping jacks, or drawing. Remember Alex from earlier? After we talked about it, he started taking 10-minute study breaks to play games instead of avoiding studying altogether. He still got to do something fun, but in a way that didn't hurt his goals. The most important thing to remember is this. Being human means sometimes making choices that aren't perfect. Don't be too hard on yourself when you slip up. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's to understand yourself better and make small improvements each day. So next time you catch yourself reaching for that unhealthy coping mechanism, remember, your brain is just trying to protect you the best way it knows how. Your job is to teach it better ways to help you feel safe and happy. Thank you, and see you in the next video.